What's up, guys? Welcome to my Injustice demo thoughts video. Now, I just wanted to say that I did download the demo the other day. I wanted to go ahead and just give you my initial thoughts on it. It's not going to be thoughts of all the characters and things. I only played through as Batman. I played through half of it as Wonder Woman, and I had to stop. I had gotten busy later throughout the time I was playing Injustice demo, and I just really didn't have time to go back to it and really experiment with the other characters. However, I've watched some other videos on it since then and just seen some people's impressions on the game, what they think of it. And I still have people asking me if I'm going to get Injustice because everybody sees my Mortal Kombat videos or they see the people I'm subscribed to or whatever. I still get asked it, and just like with any other fighting game that comes out, I always get asked, "Are you gonna get that and do a playthrough on YouTube?" Um, but yeah, I don't think I'll do a playthrough. Like I said, I really don't do playthroughs anymore. The big reason is because I don't have an HD capture card. I really don't have the money for one. I really don't even know if I'll have money for the game. Which brings me to my next point, is if I'm going to get the game. I just figured I'd get this out of the way before I go ahead and give you my thoughts on the demo. After playing the demo, I really don't think I'm going to get it at launch anymore. I was thinking about getting the Red Sun pack. I really like that red cover. I actually thought that when I first saw it, I saw the German um, prints for it, and I thought it was only a German exclusive thing. I was really pissed off. I was like, oh, I really want that red cover, and then I found out, oh, it's the Red Sun pack, and I could get it if I want to, and just things have led up, and it's already April, and I still haven't done anything with the game. I haven't pre-ordered it or anything. Um, I just don't think I'm gonna be getting it. I'd really like that Red Sun pack. I really want the red case. I really don't care about the pack, but all that's just not worth $100 to me. Um, and again, that's why I'm gonna get into the game itself. The game itself is not bad. Do I think it'll be a tournament game? At first, I said no, and it's a good thing I didn't make this video right after I played the game. I was gonna say no. I was gonna say this is not gonna be a tournament fighter. However, I just got done watching Total MK's Injustice playthrough part 1, and he did Batman, and as he was explaining some stuff, I wanted to watch a video review to make sure that I wasn't going to say anything wrong, or maybe there was something I missed, and there was one thing I missed. In the moves list, there's actually a thing that where pro fighting game players get very technical with the games, and it's something that I really don't do. I do not get very technical with these games. I just play them to have fun. I know some people think I'm very good, but compared to a pro player, I am dog shit at these games. But just continuing on with that, they have a section with frames, and it actually says how many frames you're up. Like it'll be how many startup frames and all that shit. I don't really look into that kind of stuff. I just play the games to play it. So I really don't know what all that stuff exactly means, but a lot of times it'll be like, oh, you have this many frames until you can attack this opponent with this attack. It's very, very technical, and really, unless you live on like the Shoryuken forums or something like that, or you just continuously watch shit like this, that's really the only way it's going to be helpful to you. You don't need to know it to play the game. So, and I probably won't really use it that much. Like I said, I'm not any sort of a pro player. I never plan to be because I like playing other games other than Street Fighter or MK9. So, beyond that, the demo was pretty cool. I liked the visuals. There were some things that were kind of disappointing about it. And again, what may be a disappointment to me may not be a disappointment to you. Um, Starting off with, I started the game up, and I thought the intro was kind of interesting, like the way it started up the menu and had the like previews of all the characters and whatnot. And then there was some other stuff going on with the game, like the loading screens and stuff, which were kind of interesting. Like the loading screens actually branch out from the middle, which I thought was kind of unique to the game. Some other stuff was when I got to select my character, they had alternate skins, but you didn't actually get to do the alternate skins, it just had an option there, so I'm guessing you don't have to pay for the alternate skins, or I'm guessing you unlock them, or something like that, so that's kind of cool, I guess. You just hit square on PlayStation to unlock them. By the way, I did play the PS3 version, but I watched a video of the 360 version, and as far as I know, there's nothing different about them. So, um, let's see, what else could I tell you? Beyond that, then when you selected your character, there was a thing in the corner. I'm pretty sure it said your name. Could be wrong, but it said something, and then it had like this effect, this little animation effect. Like with Lex Luthor, there was gold, and with Batman, there were like bats flying out. So there was that. Um, then we actually got into the gameplay. Now, the gameplay, people have asked, what's the gameplay like? A lot of times we've just seen, for those of you who've kept up with Injustice, we've just seen really videos, no energy bars or any of that shit. And I'll say when I first saw the character select screen, I kind of wish it was more MK9 style, but it looks good, but it just looks kind of funny. I don't know. It just looks funny to me. I don't know. But I just putting that big of images there doesn't look like there's a lot of room for extra characters, if that makes any sense. So I don't know if like there'll be like Street Fighter Cross Tekken where they'll have a download section and they'll add sections to it to make it bigger. I don't know, but we've only seen 3 characters in this build, by the way. Lex Luthor, um, Wonder Woman, and Batman. Those are the playable characters. Now, as far as the 4 characters that are in it, it's those 3 characters and Doomsday. So, when you get to the end, you fight Doomsday. So, that's pretty much what I have to say about that. Now let's get into the gameplay. I know I said that earlier, and then I kind of went off topic, but the gameplay is like MK9, but the fighting style, or well, the style of game feels like Killer Instinct because it has 2 energy bars, and you go through the 2 energy bars and then you win. There's no finish him. There's no like. It's not like Killer Instinct where you can do a fatality or Mortal Kombat where you can do a fatality. It's none of that stuff. It's just you fight, you beat the crap out of him, and then you win. You know, which is okay, I guess. One thing I was disappointed with, and this is just a minor nitpick, but when they start the round, it just goes begin, and it's like it doesn't really set you up. Like the music and just the announcing just does not set you up. It feels for a fight. Like when you play Street Fighter, it's like let's do this fight, and then you feel like and you hear this music, you know, starting to amp up for the fight, and then it has the announcer saying, something, and that's like fight, and then it gets real fast. With this, it doesn't feel like it builds you up to anything. So that's probably just a minor nitpick, but I really didn't feel as into the game. I'm not trying to necessarily bash the game, but there was just I personally, if you want my personal opinion on what I think of the game, I think the game is a little too overhyped. I think it's really overhyped mainly because the people from Mortal Kombat are doing it, NetherRealm Studios. Now, if Ed Boon, NetherRealm Studios, whoever, if they were not doing this game, I don't think the game would get nearly as much praise. That's not to say that the game's not necessarily good, but it's not to say that the game's going to be the next Mortal Kombat. I don't believe this game will be the next MK9. It's not going to be as big as that game. It's going to be like Skullgirls or something like that, where it's going to be popular for about a week or two, and then no one's going to talk about it anymore, except for maybe the MK fans. Um, the other thing that it's not established in the demo, but it's a thing I put in my thoughts video, and I still have worries about this, is the online going to be fixed this time? Because Injustice was one of those games that, excuse me, NetherRealm and Warner Brothers are one of the few game companies for a fighting game that is requiring you to have an online pass. Now, with the problems everyone had with MK9 before, I'm kind of worried about that with Injustice. I know that's not really part of the demo, but it is something to be concerned about, and it's another reason that I'm not going to be buying it. But like I said, as far as the gameplay goes, I pretty much just explained it. It's just like MK9, Killer Instinct style energy bars. Um, when you win, Batman's just like stay down, and it gets pretty old after a while. I really hope there's something to unlock or something to get for DLC later, like alternate, win poses or something, because that stay down, it's not bad in Mortal Kombat 9 because in MK9 they really didn't say anything. It was just like they did an action, like Jade slid down her staff or Scorpion went to hell or, something like that. It wasn't like, oh, a saying it's just gonna get old. I know it will be. I know it was getting old after watching a couple of people play as Batman and just hearing him go, stay down, so that's another thing that was really a nitpick for this game, in my opinion. Um, Overall, though, I played through as Batman. I played through half the game as Wonder Woman. I didn't play as Lex Luthor, but from what I hear, Lex Luthor was appearing to be a shit character, but he actually ended up being pretty good. So I really wanted to play as Lex Luthor next. I really didn't want to play as Wonder Woman, and just like everyone else said, Wonder Woman is pretty shit. I really didn't think she was that good. She had that Athena sword, I think is what it's called, and that's pretty cool. That's I think a lot better than her whip. The moves are pretty easy. They're set up just Mortal Kombat. It's pretty much just like down forward square, back forward square, down back square, shit like that. It's not like quarter circle, you know, stuff like that, half circle, quarter circle, full circle, charge moves, it's nothing like Street Fighter. It still plays like Mortal Kombat, but it plays like MK9 with its own sort of elements in it. So take that for what you will with the Injustice demo. Um, and that's pretty much all I had to say. Like I said, I didn't play through every character, but it's awesome if you guys are going to get the game. If not, I can totally understand because I'm most likely not going to get it at this point. I will get it at some point. But there's even a lot of games that I've said I was going to get, and I still haven't got them yet, like Dead or Alive 5, Tekken Tag 2, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and Soul Calibur 5. Those are all games that I still need to get that I don't have yet, and I'd really like to get them at some point. So Injustice may take a back seat for a while, for me at least, but I hope all you guys who do decide to get the game enjoy it. If you did pre-order it, awesome. If you didn't pre-order it, like I said, I can totally understand. And that's really all I had to say for the Injustice demo. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it wasn't too boring. And I hope I didn't come off as too bitchy, but it's just, I don't like when people overhype a game. I really don't. And I really don't like the fact that everyone's overhyping it just because it was made by the guys who made Mortal Kombat, And there's some MK fans who, if you like it, you like it. But it's another thing if you just like it just because the Mortal Kombat people like it, or because they made it, excuse me, instead of just liking it because it's a good game. That's the kind of shit that I always like to differentiate between. Anyway, guys, I know you guys wanted to hear it because I had a few messages on PSN about this, so there's my video for the thoughts on the Injustice demo. Stay tuned for other videos. Peace.